Hey guys, welcome to
What's up?
welcome to Jack's Treasures on YouTube. This is our ongoing series of questions and answers people have asked us, or we've asked other people, or people the shit we just made up because we don't have anything really to talk about. Guys, today is Friday. Go ahead and say it. No, you're not gonna say it this time. Oh my God! She said it on the last video when I said today is Friday. Wednesday.
Oh, it's actually Saturday.
We're batch recording right here because we kind of forget. We actually had, we forgot to launch the one for Wednesday because we were doing the Whatnot meetup. And we remembered to do the one for Friday of last week. And we just totally forgot to record it. So it's going to be that one right there. And so today we're going to talk about something that actually had to do with the meetup, because at the meetup we went sourcing with our friends Tony and Lysandra from ilovediscounts_com. And so it is sourcing with other sellers.
Now, you might think, why would I want to go sourcing with other sellers? It's just like half the chance of me finding like that amazing diamond in the rough.
Yeah, or we're both going to be trying to run up there to grab the same stuff.
And we have now at this point sourced with numerous other sellers at various meetups and things like that. And I will tell you that my experience has been quite the opposite. Most of the time, you kind of have this understanding that nobody's going to like run up. Everybody just kind of putters. And then I find that I learn more from sourcing with other people than I lose by not possibly getting one little find or something.
Right, exactly. So in other words, let's just say that you do go out, you decide that you're going to go sourcing with somebody and they pick up, let's say, a video game before you do. Okay. Wow, darn, I missed that video game, shoot. But then they teach you about candelabras.
Yes.
Okay.
We walk into an antique store, which we would have never went to, probably this store on our own. We usually go to an antique mall, but we don't ever go to antique stores. No. So we go into this antique store and we're hanging out with Tony and Lysandra, and I'm just kind of watching them, seeing what they're looking at and everything. Well, in the meantime, I wander over, I find 3 hens on nests that happened to be the daily special for $5 each.
$5 each.
Which was a great deal. So I get a find that I never would have found because I went somewhere with them. But then turns out they're buying these candelabras. And oh my gosh, they're spending hundreds of dollars on them, but they're showing me the eBay comps for these things through the roof.
$1,200.
Never would have imagined in a million years that these things had that value. We talked about it. If we had seen it at a yard sale the week before for $20 each, we wouldn't have bought them. No.
Now? No, we go to yard sales looking for these damn ass things, okay? And here's the funny thing. You're sitting here thinking, going, a candelabra, wow. I mean, what are the odds? We went to 3 other stores and found 3 other candelabras, okay? We didn't buy any of them because Tony and Lysandra got them.
Well, and we don't really
have like that $500.
Looking to drop that kind of cash right now anyway. But what we learned, and I at least learned that, hey, I need to put these on Google Lens and look at them when I see them and see if it might be worth investing in the future. And now we'll at least drop $20 for them at a yard sale.
Oh, shoot. I drop $100 on those things at a yard sale and stuff like that, because the sold comps on a lot of the ones that they were showing us was in the neighborhood of $1,200 for a single one.
And then there's ones that are from the 1800s that you're talking $9,000-$10,000. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we saw one of those at an auction house that we went to, again with Tony and Lysandra, that we would have never gone to. So basically, they're teaching us about antiques and how to get these antiques, and also what to do with the antiques. They told us there's a huge market for renting them.
Yeah.
And, people rent them out for hundreds of dollars for days and things like that, for weddings or events or whatever they may be. And we've actually had a candelabra that we got in a storage unit. It was a black candelabra.
Cast iron.
It was cast iron, and it was great. It was awesome. We ended
actually
up
sold
it
for over $100. I don't remember the exact price, but
and we had it in our booth for $25. But then we learned that these are things. So we learned how to do that with those. When we were up sourcing in Gary, Indiana, I learned about what to do with shoes from my friend Dan in Demand. I think everybody here knows Dan in Demand. If you don't, check out his channel. He is amazing. Okay?
And I got to watch probably one of the best pickers I've ever seen in the wild during that trip, watching the bearded thrifter Chris pluck things out of the bins like that. It was amazing.
It was like the parting of the Red Sea
was.
with a pair of brand new Birkenstock sandals just floats to the surface right in front of Chris.
Yeah.
And Chris just reaches down and picks up these brand new Birkenstock sandals.
But when we went on that particular picking adventure, we had Chris with us, Bearded Picker Chris. We had Dan and Demand. We had Joseph and Josiah and Lauren, Homeschool Mama and Taco Joe. And so we were all resellers there, and every single person went home with a basket full of stuff.
And some good stuff too. And hopefully when Tracy found a $100 plush, $170 plush dog that we sold in a day, that they said, oh, wow, that's something for us to look at. And then we ended up going sourcing again, this time with a whole busload of people at the Plains of Profit meetup. And that was phenomenally fun.
Yep.
You know,
everybody bought things.
Everybody got stuff. And you talk to the people and you learn what that is, what are they looking for? What are the stuff that things? Now, everybody knows to look for some video games. Everybody knows the older the video games, the better the video games. If it's a cartridge and not sports, generally speaking, it's going to be a good video game. Okay, so and a lot of people do know those. But then when you talk to those people and you learn about stuff like glass, and you learn about Murano, and you learn about, what is it, Fenton, right?
Yes, I said it right this time.
I said it right that time. Well, I don't want this to get removed from YouTube. And you learn about cast iron, and you learn about door stops, and you learn about knobs. Oh my God, knobs, guys. You can literally buy drawer knobs, okay, and sell those for a ton of money. Okay?
I wound up doing that. I bought some at, which sale was that? I think maybe 127.
It was a 129.
Yeah.
Oh, was it 129 or 127?
127.
127.
I bought a bunch of knobs for like $5, and you know what? Those things sold pretty dang fast for $80.
yeah, the whole damn bag. Okay, and then we learned about Breyer horses from. Now we knew Breyer horses, but we didn't know. Right, we didn't. For something, it wouldn't be something that we always look for. But we found a whole bunch of those. Thank you to Stephen and Betsy, Michigan Grail Seekers.
And sometimes it's not even about learning or advancing. Sometimes it's about having fun. When we went out with Ken and Jill and we played the bingo game, oh my gosh. That was just probably one of the most fun sourcing days I ever had, even though I had to buy multiple people ice cream because I was the big loser.
I was the big winner.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it was a lot of fun. But guys, don't ever discount going out with a reseller. Okay. No. I can imagine going out and reselling with Paul, the Philly Flipper, or with
the time we went out with Chris, where we both found tons of stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
or Chris.
Sometimes I saw him pick up Cajun Chris. Saw him pick up like a Magic the Gathering game. I was like, man, I'd kind of like to have had that. But you know what? The next sale, I found a bunch of stuff. That's the way it's going to be. And watching other people source is going to help you.
That's right. And I do want to say one thing. I have a friend of mine. His name's Corey of Grams and Pops Vintage. Okay. He runs the dollar auction on the district. And he says, I don't ever source for the dollar auction. I source for eBay. And a lot of the stuff that doesn't sell, he told me when I was talking to him on the phone, after about a year on eBay, if it doesn't go there, he's going to run it on the dollar auction, which is a great business model. But this is a guy who's brilliant, by the way. He's absolutely brilliant. But for selling on Whatnot, you do have to source. Okay.
If you want to sell at
a good constant level, you have to source.
Yep.
Okay. And for Whatnot, you want to source at the bargain basement prices.
You do.
Okay. And learning how to do that with other people. You learn how to buy pallets. We're learning how to buy pallets from Dottie and Tracy, and also from TJ.
Pallet Jackin,
TJ Lovelady, and also Diana, the perfect price. And we're learning what pallets to look for, what pallets not to look for, surprise boxes.
Because that's something we're kind of thinking about maybe moving into a little bit.
And Jeremy over there at Green 13, and these are people that we haven't really sourced with, but we're learning how to source with, is teaching me how to find jewelry lots, which Tracy bought, and we bought in jewelry lots before, but the prices have gone a little bit high, so we were like, let's not do it. And we still did it, and we still made a killing on it, and even paying more money for it, because we listened to those other sellers who their niche can expand that everything seller that we are because we buy storage units.
Yep.
Okay. So don't ever discount, don't ever not take an opportunity to source with somebody, no matter who it is, big or small, doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. You can learn something from every single reseller except us. Okay. Yeah, I'm awful. I'm one of the worst, right? Except for, our biggest niche thing that we've definitely introduced people to is Nora Fleming. Okay.
Yeah.
Nora Fleming. Tracy bought 2 Nora Flemings at a community yard sale that we went to. One of them was even chipped. I think she paid $3 a piece for them.
$3 a piece.
$3 a piece for them. She sold them both already. What were the prices, babe?
One was $200 and one was like $80.
Yeah.
And I knew that because I had found a much bigger Nora Fleming haul in the past, but that's my bolo that I always tell people if they want to know a bolo that I share. It's Nora Fleming. They're not marked, and you just have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, and there are so many. Check out other sellers, resellers that are on YouTube, especially the ones that do the picking videos. That's you basically sourcing with another seller. Okay?
There is a lady on YouTube that I watch from time to time. Her name is Bolo Buddies. And all she does is do videos of where people have sent her in a bolo, and she'll just show them. If you don't have someone to go sourcing with, watch something like that.
Another one is Tommy, the beer buffalo picker. He's doing right now bolos for a lot of Amazon stuff because he sells mostly on Amazon. Q4 is going to be is awesome for them because of the holidays coming up, and so that's another one to use. You get a bolo. He does he's actually doing a service too, where he'll have a paid service and a regular service so that you guys can shout out bolos and you can learn bolos from there. Yep. Scott, the bearded picker, who's going to be our guest on the podcast that's going to be coming out
his
this
shows
Sunday.
They're not bolo shows, they're not traditional reselling shows, but I guarantee you if you watch one of those from start to finish, you are going to have at least 3 new ideas in your head,
right?
Because the ideas just come when you're listening to talented, experienced resellers. You're going to learn.
Yeah. And this week you guys are going to learn about something known as List Easier. And we've learned about it from Scott, okay, which was designed by Josh Galt and some of his partners. And Tracy has started to use that. I'm going to be starting to use that also. So that's just another one.
I've worked on it 3 days now, and I've already sold 3 items that I listed through List Easier.
Yeah, and we're just doing that with basic items that normally we wouldn't be running on there. I was donating 100% of this stuff to Goodwill before I knew about McKay's, and now I was donating to McKay's. Now I'm going to try it on using List Easier.
Yep.
So, guys, check out these YouTube videos of some of these big sellers that are on there. Look at their picking videos. Look at what pulled videos.
And if you ever have the chance to go sourcing with another reseller, do it. If you happen to be in the Atlanta area or you're visiting the Atlanta area, give us a call. We would love to go out with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I definitely
it's fun.
Absolutely love it. I roll back a little bit and I let other people get a lot of the bigger, find the better deals and stuff like that.
I'll knock them over.
She does, especially old ladies. You should have seen her knock out this one old lady. Ooh, man, Tracy.
That's why I like sourcing so much with Bearded Thrifter Chris. He's a big guy. He kept everybody off me.
All right, guys, we're having a little bit of fun with this one, but guys, definitely, it's a very serious thing. Please go out, man. Learn from everybody. Everybody learns from everybody else, and it makes the community much better place.
Yep.
Okay, help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. 22 soldiers a day are committing suicide. Anything that you can do to help. If you have a soldier in your life, reach out to them. Say, hey.
We're getting up close to our big raid train on November 11th, Veterans Day. Come check us out. Look up Thanks for Your Service Raid Train. You should find all the people that are signed up. Bookmark them. Come check them out. It's going to be a fun day. Yeah, guys,
we grew that raid train. Now, I just want to give you a short little thing because Tracy mentioned that. Last year, we thought we were going to have about 12 or 14 people. We had 28. This year, we said, well, let's do this a little bit higher. Let's maybe go up to 40. Okay. We have 67 right now on there. And I have other people that keep reaching out and saying, can I be a part of your raid train? Because we just love the idea. All right. And I actually touted out our raid train to Whatnot at the Whatnot meetup. And I told them, I said, you guys should really give precedence to some of these people that are doing charity events. Okay, because I'm doing a charity event. Mine's for Stop Soldier Suicide. Our show,
everything will be donated, but everybody has their own choice to do what they want to do.
That's
some
right.
of them will, some of them won't, some of them have other plans that they're doing. A lot of people won't even be selling. I mean,
right.
it'll just be like
And
a
that's what we
community
want.
chat show.
Yeah, that's what we want. We just want to bring people awareness to thank veterans for their service because, guys, y'all don't know how tough it is. If you're not a veteran, you don't know how tough it is to go from being a veteran to being a civilian. That's a tough thing to begin with. And I only was in for 4 years.
Yeah.
I can only imagine people that were in for 20 years. When 20 years, you know every single thing that's going to happen during that day to a point where you don't. So help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. Make sure that you pet a cat every single day.
There's one right over here. I'm just waiting.
Right over there. Okay. And support the Naughty Cat Cafe, which is not a strip club in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Okay. Peace out, guys. Jack Treasure. We love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.